This video will be about an article that will trash to its bones consensus and it's related out of Africa. And this is not the only article or argument that we have. We have at least 100 scientific articles and arguments, in fact proofs, that consensus is improbable and that out of Africa is improbable. So here we will go into one article of PNAS, P-N-A-S, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. PNAS is a respected and high quality journal, doesn't matter, it's there for you to check. This is the link. And mitochondrial DNA sequences in ancient Australians, implications for modern human origins. That's what we are talking about. That's what matters to us. And we claim, and that's why we do human history, that's why we make videos about it, is that we will need to understand our human history for our existence, for us to thrive and solve all our challenges at the same time. Okay, this is the abstract. DNA from ancient human remains provides perspectives on the origin of our species. It's of our interest. And the relationship between molecular, which is DNA, and morphological variation. Variation is that, an example is modern humans and Neanderthals. They have the same DNA. Possibly that's hard to believe for many people. We have the same DNA, but we are morphologically quite different. For a long time, Neanderthals were considered a little bit brute, stupid. We are superior, and so on and so on. And that's still the case. But, well, it doesn't even matter what we thought. It's what we will look at. We will look at facts and not to what we thought and what we think. We will look at facts. It's an analysis of empty DNA from the remains of 10 ancient Australians, including the morphologically gracile Lake Mungo tree. Gracile means elegant, and that means modern humans. And then also 3 other gracile human-like individuals from the Holocene, so younger than 10,000 years, all within the skeletal range of living Australians. And 6 Pleistocene, early Holocene individuals from with robust morphologies, not gracile, not like us modern humans today. So they call it, they are outside the skeletal range of contemporary indigenous Australians, modern Australians. Lake Mungo tree is the oldest DNA. It's from the Pleistocene, but it's anatomically modern. It's gracile. They would call it gracile. His empty DNA, the oldest one, his empty DNA belonged to a lineage that only survives as a segment inserted into chromosome 11 of the nuclear genome. So this is quite fascinating. This old modern human has modern empty DNA. Okay, that's enough for now. Now the implications. This timing of divergence implies that the deepest known empty DNA lineages from an anatomically modern human occurred in Australia. Australia is not Africa. You cannot walk from Africa to Australia. It's even hard to sail from Africa to Australia. Even crossing the small sea distance is difficult because it has a very strong current, and the currents takes you in the direction of Antarctica, so you're dead. So it's not that obvious. So while consensus sticks to what they find in living humans, that is not a proof. That doesn't prove anything, because that DNA can come from anywhere from the world, apart from Africa. And so we use something that is not trustable and that is in fact proven to be untrue. So, but still, it is what reigns. It is what reigns amongst consensus, and it is what reigns, unfortunately, amongst ancient or alternative historians. Sorry, alternative historians, not ancient historians. Alternative historians. There are numerous. They kind of dominate YouTube. YouTube in under the form of subscriptions and under the form of videos they produce on a daily basis, or near to nearly daily basis, probably more than one a day. The other ancient Australian individuals doesn't really matter. Our context indicates that anatomically modern humans were present in Australia before the complete. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that the deepest known empty DNA is not from Africa. It's from Australia. It doesn't prove it's from Australia, but that's the closest we get. It's not from out of Africa. The currents, more or less, take someone that floats on the currents, right, to Southeast Asia, to India, to Mesopotamia, and to Africa. And won't take someone from Africa to Australia. So the most realistic thing is that this earliest lineage went from Australia to Africa and not the other way around. But everybody today, just because they follow consensus that is based on something that is improbable and untrue, well, that's the essential of this short video. But apart from this article and this evidence, we have probably over 100 that prove that consensus is improbable and that we are not out of Africa. That doesn't mean that we weren't in Africa 200 or 300 or even 1 million years ago. We probably were, but we do not come from Africa, at least not from sub-Saharan Africa. That's what we claim. And by the way, Northern Africa, not sub-Saharan Africa, is foreign. It comes from somewhere else. It's not from Africa. It's not from sub-Saharan Africa. But that's for other videos.